It's wonderful to see people with whom we share the passion, the desires, the inspiration to really go forward and make a difference in the world and change it in some profound and fundamental ways. The Rockefeller Foundation was founded in 1913, and as you know, I am sure, has had a wonderful and inspired history. When John D. Sr. founded the Rockefeller Foundation, he did so to really improve the lot of humankind. In the earliest years of the foundation, it gave more foreign aid than the U.S. government. So it was always from its founding a very global foundation looking to impact the world and the far reaches of the world in a really creative and I think quite inspired way. Over the course of its history, it's had some extraordinary successes, bringing the Green Revolution to Asia, founding the field of public health in America and largely throughout the world, creating the field of molecular biology and supporting the basic scientists who made profound discoveries within that field. So many, many, many successes. But like all organizations and maybe people, as we grow old, we tend to get set in our ways. We tend to get a little more tired and a little more structured in how we perform and sometimes perhaps a little less flexible in our thinking. And so as we approach our centenary in 2013, we decided to take a new look at ourselves as an organization, really stimulated both by our age, but also by the recognition of the profound transformation caused by globalization, really being to this century what the Industrial Revolution was to the last century. And with globalization, there are tremendous opportunities that we all recognize, but globalization has brought extraordinary challenges. Transnational conflicts, within country conflicts accelerated as we have not seen for a very long time. Profound growth in inequity, just as the opportunity structure seems to have expanded. And so these disparities really growing significantly around the world. And because of the press of globalization, because innovation is not tilted towards the poor and vulnerable, and Google really became a notable exception in deciding to give it away. But typically, innovation has been driven by market forces, and so those who can pay are those who receive the benefits of innovation. And one of the early recognitions as we began to think about how to reconceive ourselves intellectually, substantively, as well as structurally, was this notion of really trying to tilt science and technology innovation to the poor and vulnerable, thinking also about how to build economic resilience as the inequities grew. We could not accomplish this with a traditional foundation structure, and so we have been spending the last year rethinking how we organize ourselves, breaking down program silos, really thinking about the world's biggest problems, but then asking ourselves what unique role could we, or we with partners and alliances, really play in solving some of those pressing problems. And that requires agility and flexibility. It requires a new way of listening to beneficiaries, of being much more responsive to the world out there, rather than believing that all the knowledge and expertise is invented inside.